Hey everybody, and welcome to my channel. Cue the Star Wars scroll there, explaining what's going on. That's the extent of my video production skills currently. I'm working on that, but I'll get there. Adding some little audio overlay this time. Little play-by-play action. You get to hear my lovely voice. Been trying to record for a while, but audio quality didn't record or was really terrible. Still waiting on a better mic, but this one's a little bit better, so hopefully this works out. I'm gonna run my Solar Titan here through. A little Better Devils action, Manananon, Curtain Call. This is the key. I run some mostly recovery mods and health. That 8.5 is kind of nice. But the Hallowfire Heart on
Guardian, we need your assistance in the forest.
on this map, just so good.
What have the Vex done now?
On any torrential late Nightfall.
Hurry!
Once you get your super going, you just cook grenades faster than you can throw them. I'm gonna try to kill a few guys here. You can skip them. I'm just gonna kill a couple of these guys while I'm walking and build my super up here. Nice thing about the Manananon that I'm rolling here is gives you a tiny bit of speed bonus, so for running and sprinting around, and it's just so good damage-wise. Same with Better Devils. You can hip fire it into stuff. You don't lose the fall off. Just too good.
It's a problem we need you to eradicate.
Whoa! I did not see the animation for that. It just insta blew me up. Well, that's a pretty auspicious start there. Yeah, I was about to jump over him and plow. I don't know if that was just me, or sure didn't look like there was a firing animation, but I don't know. I guess I can watch the replay and find out. Really need to kill. Again, I'm just sort of this lovely, worthless infinite forest. Wow. You gotta be a little more careful there. It's kind of worthless. You can pretty much just skip the whole thing. I'm just sort of killing a few things to build up my super, so when I hit the actual strike part, I will be cooking along here. But yeah, you can just find a path through here. It's pretty random. Oh no. Oh. Gotta be a little careful here. Stuff's hitting me. I'm already used to momentum from last week's. I didn't post these videos. Had a kind of rough time recording my audio and getting it done. Didn't have much time to really work on it. So kind of skipped on posting those. The audio quality was just so terrible. And I really could only do it with the one Titan build, so I'll leave those for another day. Might redub over them at some point and post them if someone's interested. But this is the beginning Cyclops and the end Cyclops. It's kind of pathetic. I just got home, so I'm a little not warmed up yet and rusty, but that's okay. This strike. This build, not too worried about a couple deaths. Not really being extra colorful right now, if you can't tell. Just kind of running through this part. I did this a little bit earlier on the Hunter, so I'm a little kind of used to running through all this invisible. I'll post that video later. I need to clean up some stuff on the boss fight. I had a little bit of an awkward ending on the boss fight. Ran out of time. Needed about 10 more seconds. kind of took too much time and was explaining some certain things and got sidetracked. Didn't finish it. So that
Many
happens
elements of your
sometimes.
first visit have been recreated. Only the algorithm
This
is
guy,
missing.
much easier DPS the boss,
Fight as
at
if
least
your
if
life
you switch
depends on it.
grenades. So
Because it does.
You say that
I have
like
this.
this
Oh,
is
see
your
now I'm
fault.
actually in the strike.
It won't happen again.
If you'll notice, I can just hop
Yes.
around here, toss flame all day. The other good thing about this build is, as stuff is dying, I get health refill from the kills.
The Vex are contaminating Mercury soil with radiolaria, undoing all the travelers' work.
Now you can punch these
Using some
down.
kind of
So,
camo tech to
toss a
hide the
grenade
way
out
forward.
here.
It's a moment long
I may be
pause.
taking damage, but if you place your grenades right,
Mind is all about that
you
fire.
will
We
get
need to
some
keep away from
healing,
it. You don't remember the
even
first time?
It's a reminder
as
of
you're
what
taking
we lost.
damage here.
You brain jacked me, remember?
Not super
Oh,
needed
that's right.
on most of this, but
After the Guardian destroyed the
definitely
Earth
can
the
be
first
super
time,
helpful.
We spent weeks taking the simulation apart.
So better to throw down a
Perhaps someone
grenade
built it entirely.
than
You really
just
messed things up
ignore
this time,
stuff,
Osiris.
because
It
you
was a
might
risk
get
I
that
had to
kill
take,
when you might
Senor.
need it.
The
So,
Guardian has this handled.
That Minotaur is coated in temporal shielding. It will negate our weapons. Power source looks external.
I don't know whether to save my super here. Well, yeah, actually. With this build, you just hold on to your super. It's just better. You can just get so many grenades out.
I didn't expect the Vex to have their defenses on this path established so quickly. Be careful.
This build is pretty OP for these types of Nightfalls. Well, you can shoot those, I just like punching them for some reason. Also, if you're gonna do a no guns Nightfall, do that. Which actually you can do with this build, you just kind of be a little more patient at the beginning. In fact, now that I'm going, I probably won't use my guns a whole lot. Since I kind of already ruined that, I will probably just dump my rockets on the boss.
Sagir and I spent
But I
weeks taking it
probably
down.
won't use much until then.
Vex efficiency will be the death of us all.
I haven't really played the strike a whole lot, or messed with the timings enough to know if I can get my super up in time by just running through the first part. I could probably run through most of it and wait till my super's up without firing it. Really? I'm not really watching my health that closely from over there. Didn't really. I might have got shot by the snipers over there just before taking. Because I didn't think the splash damage could kill me there, so I must have taken a snipe right before it did and not realized it. That's my fault. Not watching the positioning. I didn't really get around that corner. The snipers were there. Again, I gotta be a little more careful here. Running this with the hunter has kind of got me some bad habits of positioning habits.
The root mind is reaching out, trying to take control from me. I've isolated your simulation from the rest of the forest, but I can only do so much to keep a Vex mind
Good
in
thing
check.
is you just want to keep
Hold on.
moving.
It won't
You
be
know,
around for
I
much
like to use the second Titan jump. I like to be able to strafe to the side more than to get the boost going forward. Since the forward boost, I don't know. It seems to be nerfed, you know, since they removed Titan skating. So I actually have more luck with having the sideways boost. And you can actually kind of get a kind of a back and forth side thing going. Sometimes you get some fairly quick movement. It feels like it's quicker sometimes than actually running. Look at that, snipe to the face. I'm not being careful. This is pretty sloppy so far. I'll have to clean this up a lot for Prestige. I don't know if I'll run this build for Prestige or not, or the old, the Tristy Striker with double grenades. Don't get grenades up quite as fast, but I can use my super without really worrying about it. And for whatever reason, since Arc crits Vex, the Arc grenades will crit the boss, so yeah, I should have been a little more proactive about taking out the snipers. You know, I could have put up a barrier here easily. Kind of worked my way up slower. Or, well, what I like to do with Thunder, but doesn't really work this type, is to come around behind and get on this lower plane. Or I could fall off. Oh, hey, look at this. Side spot. What up? Oh, wow, I got caught in the jump pad before the barrier was removed, and look at that, killed by the architect. I was like, what happened? I think the lift lifted me up, even though there's a wall there. That's cool. Yeah, I apologize right now for the sloppy play. I did this strike already once, so I kind of know how much time I need, and it's pretty easy with this build. You can actually skip this whole section. Oh, if you don't screw your jump up. But you can jump up over that. You don't have to kill these guys. Skip them. This is a pretty easy strike. So what I've discovered here is switch to fusions.
Working on it.
You gotta watch your positioning with this boss. Get stuck slightly out of position like that, just right as I speak. Gotta really pay attention to where he is, because that beam will just wreck you. Especially in Prestige. So you gotta kind of understand when you're fighting the ads where he is at all the times. He's pretty easy at first because he stops, so you know the general vector where he is. Give yourself some better cover spots here. Kind of put myself in a shit spot here. Takes a little longer to deal with ads with this grenade, but not too bad. I can also gun them down while I'm tossing on the boss. You gotta listen to the audio cues there. I just heard everything spawning, so I know there's stuff spawning. He's gonna rotate, so I can get ahead of him here. Whoa! Some grenades in there. Spam by, okay, spam by the Minotaurs. Can use their own barriers against them. Crap out of everybody. Pretty sloppy so far. Probably not the best advice run here right now. I'm gonna try to get him a barrier. Attention to the boss, because the boss can start shooting me now. Minotaur's gonna be kind of a pain. The boss has a pretty good audio cue on his shot too, so you can time your movement pretty easily with Audio's underrated here. There's a lot of good audio cues on here. Nice thing about the Titan, you don't have a barrier. Saviors, always create one. This should be harpies, yeah. Clear out the other two that are off on shield in here. Make this a little easier on myself here. I'm gonna have to check the clock often. I've got plenty of time right now. Cool. Or you can whiff behind your own shield twice. Alright, there's a drawback to having a shield. Still got a decent amount of time. Gonna kind of take this decently slow. Nice thing having an arc weapon, because you know these guys are gonna be here. I try to kind of base what Monononon I take for energy on... Usually there's a group of enemies on one of the final few stages of the boss that have a shield. And so, more often than not, unless there's a section somewhere earlier in the strike that has a rough spot in it that you really need it, I'll kind of cue my Monononon to what that is. Whoa! That was almost a disastrous shield disappearance there. He's going to rotate a lot now, I think, on this section a lot more often. So I got to pay a lot more attention to where he is now. And these walls are going to go more frequently. So I'm probably going to save my barrier here for emergencies when I really need it. Getting well on time here. Doing okay on damage here. Wow, he's gonna spawn another phase of ads. This could get ugly here. See if I can get him to stop here. Come on. Oh, got a good hit with that. Oh man, I didn't see these guys behind me. Rocket left. That should be enough. There we go. I was about to pop my super. Had about 30 seconds left. I was kind of saving it in case I died and needed to miss a rocket and needed to dump some quick damage. You could take a good
You've done well, Guardian. That corpse could
8/6
be
maybe of
useful.
his health with
I'll
the
retrieve it soon.
super. So anyway, there you have it. Quick and dirty run. Yeah, cut it a little close there. Made a lot of sloppy mistakes early. That's a good warm-up, though. I don't know if I'll post this one first. I'm going to do all 3 of my normal runs here, probably. But yeah, I hope you're enjoying the commentary. If you have any questions about what I'm doing or what I'm thinking, I'll try to get better talking about what I'm thinking about and how I'm doing things a little more as I go through these. But anyway, if you have any questions, post a comment. I'll do my best to answer them as quick as I can. Again, pretty easy build to run through this. I prefer the bottom of tree for this. You can get the sunspots when you're melee hills, but here is the key. Solar ability kills restore your health. So when you're spamming grenades into big groups of enemies, you will get health restored through that. And if you really need to dump a bunch of hammers, while they don't explode like these, I feel like on a boss, getting the Sun Warrior here, you get the super to last longer, and your abilities recharge quicker. You can actually take this into your advantage early in the strike. If you need to kill some stuff, you can punch something down and create a sunspot and get some grenades up just as quickly as when you have your super with the torrent. So before your super is up, you can use that in a sticky situation. I feel like the synergy of this one is better than the top tree for these strikes. You could probably do the whole strike with fusion. You could also probably do the boss with thermites. They're a little hard to land and get good damage on him sometimes. I found that it was just much easier to spam fusion grenades on him. But then again, you may be able to get through the ads a lot quicker with thermites, and there's plenty of heavy through the ad phases. So you may be able to get enough rocket damage and then whittle him with primary and secondary fire. And I believe if you hit him maybe dead center with the thermite, it will kind of fall down him and then burn on the platform. It may do some ticks there. It's not bad. It's not as easy as the fusion grenade. Obviously, if you're going to try this build on Prestige, you'll want to decide which one you really need. That's why I kind of don't recommend this build on Prestige. I don't know if it would work that well throughout the strike with just fusions or just thermites on the boss. Maybe I'll have to experiment with it. But there you go. Let me know what you think. Questions, comments. Until the next one.